All right. Greetings, everyone. I am Ethan.
I'm Josh.
Nathan.
Devin.
I completely forgot about that edit.
I look at my girlfriend and go, "Take this."
Cool. But yeah, we are doing the first Castlevania game. We'll also be doing Super Castlevania 4 directly after this. So we're doing this off of the Castlevania Anniversary Collection.
I was gonna say, I noticed this is a collection.
Yes, because thank God someone at Konami was like, we haven't re-released any of our old games in quite a long time. We probably should do that. Yeah. I'm also gonna decrease the volume while we're actually doing this live because I can't hear anybody else. Cool. We can figure that out in post. Oh, yeah.
Well. Have fun with that, editors.
Hey, my cat is out of the dryer.
Have fun with that, editors. Why is your cat in the dryer?
Because I left the dryer open and she just crawled right in.
And I shut the door and then I turned on. It was like high speed or shrink, and then my cat shrunk. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, thankfully someone at Konami was like, we haven't re-released our old games in a very long time. We should probably do that since we're not doing fucking anything else with the franchise right now. So
yeah, when was the last time a Castlevania game was released?
So, this is going to be so sad to hear.
They switched focus to the anime.
Well, not like immediately. They took like an almost 10-year hiatus from this franchise.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Then they came back with the animes.
If I remember correctly, I think the last Castlevania game was 2013 or 2012, one of those two. And that was a spin-off title.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so legitimately, the last canon Castlevania game was 2008.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It was a recession.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a recession that did it. That's what it was. Castlevania that caused the 2008 global recession. No wonder we haven't gotten a new installment in forever.
Too powerful.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that F-Zero.
Take that, F-Zero. Oh man, imagine being a F-Zero fan and not getting games for 23 years.
I know, being an F-Zero fan, and we get a fucking battle royale of the original one.
Yeah, I mean, at least I hope to some fans that man's like, yay, the IP's not dead, I think.
I mean, it looked kind of fun. I never played it, but it looked kind of interesting.
Yeah,
at this point, we kind of just have people making their own racing games that kind of have similarities to F-Zero.
Yeah, from what I understand, the whole reasoning why they haven't made a new F-Zero game in so long is because they quote unquote said, "Oh, we just can't think of any new ideas." But a lot of people are saying, just you don't have to make new fucking ideas for the game. Just
yeah, look at Mario Kart.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I get that Nintendo likes to innovate and do all that fun stuff with every new installment. But sometimes what we had before was perfectly fine, and you can just make new maps, make new music, make new characters, all that fun stuff, and just leave it as that. It doesn't have to be something crazy. It doesn't have to be something gimmicky or anything like that.
I just want a few more Captain Falcon clones,
Right,
Are the because I think wasn't like the latest F-Zero on like the GameCube or something.
That's a sad sentence to say. Yes.
Wait, is that playable on the Nintendo Switch Online at all?
Don't know. At least maybe not yet.
Okay.
I don't because I don't have a Switch 2, so I wouldn't know.
That is for the Switch too, isn't it? I forgot. Yeah, but I was just saying, like, like at least maybe like a re-release or something would kind of be helpful. But it's like I don't even know like how often, I don't even know if it's possible to play any of the like F-Zero games on newer hardware.
Yeah. I want to say that the like F-Zero on the N64s on the Switch Online. I mostly browse through the N64 lineup of games on the Switch Online. I want to say F-Zero 64 is on there. I have not played it myself. I had the only ever like real exposure, not counting Smash Bros. To an extent, was actually the demos that they had in the Smash Brawl. What do they call them? Masterpieces, right? Back when they used to do that.
I think so. That sounds correct.
Yeah. I think that is the only time I've ever sampled F-Zero, and I did not ever get far into it. Yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's harder than your standard Mario Kart. But yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like the GameCube F-Zero is available on the Nintendo Switch Online thing for like the Switch 2 or whatever.
Cool.
Hopefully so like they have that, but like that's kind of all you're gonna get, I guess.
It definitely seems like it. God, I can't wait to see like the value of the GameCube games at the Retro Gaming Expo, like fluctuate with their pricing now since they're some of them have been re-released now. Yeah. I don't know how that would work realistically, but like the value of GameCube games probably going down because it's been re-released on other things.
I guess, but I mean, at least in the case for F-Zero, you need to buy a fucking $500 console if you want that one.
True that.
Well, the prices vary based on the color.
On the color?
Yeah. Different GameCube colors cost different prices.
I guess that makes sense.
I hear the orange one is the most expensive.
Yeah.
I painted this one brown. That means it's more expensive.
Yeah, this is a custom made. It is worth $500.
Yeah, this is my custom made GameCube. I'm selling it for $20 million.
Yeah, I think the most common one was the purple, and then eventually it became the silver one, like a couple years into its lifespan, I think. Something about that. I'm not very knowledgeable in like the GameCube generation of consoles.
I knew GameCube controllers came in different colors. I didn't know the consoles had different colors too.
Yeah, some of the most common ones I see are either the purple or silver variations. There is an orange variation. I don't know if there are any other ones besides that one dude who did paint it brown. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see, at least at this year's Retro Gaming Expo, to see what the prices of GameCube games are now, since a select few of them have been released on the Switch 2 Online.
Yeah, so it looks like there's like the purpley blue one, silver, there's like that orange, almost kind of yellowy color, and then it looks like there's also a black one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there is a black one. My fucking ears.
Oh, pick your colors? Oh, I can make it brown.
I could do that for free. Just give me
Check this out. I'm going to show you how you can color your own GameCube with nothing but a toilet.
Wait a minute.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, there's Carlos.
What do you want?
Oh, well, earlier I wanted someone to be an OBS backup.
Oh, that would have not been very helpful for me then. I'm already recording something else.
Oh.
That doesn't benefit me in any way.
Oh no, what are you recording right now?
Star Force.
Of course. Yep. Well, at least someone's generating a backlog of games. So, yeah.
I still need to edit to Dark Ages.
Doom Eternal. That's coming up soon, buddy.
Yeah, I'm actually replaying through the entire game again.
Yeah, I'm replaying through the entire game right now.
Funny you say that. I did decide to redo my Gears of War recordings, since the new
Really?
yeah, because I recorded the 360 version back when we wanted to do that earlier, but then they just came out with the remaster, the second remaster, I should say. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
That's enough.
Yeah.
I just remembered when you kind of talk about the remaster. So, okay, this is going to be a bit of a tangent.
Okay.
But that's all we do.
I guess that's fair. So, a while ago, I got a VR game where you basically graffiti stuff. It's basically a VR graffitiing game, and you get spray cans, and you can just kind of do whatever you want with it and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was gonna try to I was trying to look up things what kinds of graffiti from a video game could I just copy to just see if I can figure out how to do this stuff. And so I was gonna do stuff from Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, and so I was trying to figure out how big that I would have to make it to try to be somewhat accurate and stuff. And when I was trying to use the characters or stuff around it to kind of measure kind of get a rough estimate of how big it was or whatever, I kind of went to a bit of a rabbit hole where I was like, wait, this skateboard is not accurately sized. And so I was trying to look at stuff for for that and in other games, and I came across what was it, Dead Rising or whatever, the remastered one. And I was at some point I was gonna ask you, but I just didn't get a chance. I was like, okay, are things in Dead Rising accurately sized, or is it overly cartoony? Because the skateboard in that game is gigantic.
Yes.
I want to say
because I was because I was trying to I was looking at the size of the skateboard compared to the the character, and I was looking at what the size of a skateboard is, and I was like, okay, either this skateboard is gigantic or the character is in fucking 3 feet tall.
I can't say for the remaster for sure because I haven't played the remaster. But from the original, I want to say a couple of things are a bit oversized.
Because I've supposedly heard I know I'm just gonna say the character, I can't remember his name, but I've supposedly heard he's 6 feet tall or something.
I would, yeah. That sounds about right to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Frank West. Yeah, he's a pretty tall character.
That's what his name was. Yeah, as I was kind of just looking at stuff like that, and like I said, also kind of looking at the skateboard size in Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, and I'm like, okay, either the skateboard is really small or the character's really big.
It's just a long board.
Was it a longboard?
I just did whatever, I just did the basic, okay, because there's mods where you can get different skateboard models and stuff. I was just using the default one that's into the game normally.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, I was kind of in a little bit of like a spiral of just like, how big is this supposed to be? Because I can't figure out like what the size of anything's supposed to be when I'm just like looking up supposed sizes of skateboards on Google.
Interesting. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know anything about like, you know, real life skateboards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cuz like guess what I grew up playing with?
Yourself.
Yeah, I will neither confirm nor deny. Anyways,
Damn it, I died.
all right, time to nuke this boss. Simon Mains in Smash Bros, right?
This is that image of like a GameCube controller, but it only has the B button.
Exactly. That's all you need to be for a Simon Main.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if like people recognize Simon and Richter, like if they, I mean, I hope everyone knows that like the characters in Smash Bros are from like other franchises, but like, you know, something like
Is that
Captain
character
Falcon.
from Fortnite?
Oh my god, John Wick from Fortnite.
No way. Ooh.
It's unfortunate to think that there probably are some kids that are like that.
Oh, God.
Guys, look, it's Master Chief from Fortnite.
From Fortnite. Yeah, that is quite unfortunate, the way that we live now. But like, in terms of Nintendo, I think a lot of people recognize Captain Falcon. They just associate him with Smash. They might even associate Fox and Falco with Smash as well, and not Star Fox.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I think I think Captain Falcon's been in more Smash games than F-Zero games.
Probably.
Yeah, Captain Falcon was there since the beginning of Smash.
Yeah, he was in the first one.
I was in the first game.
I was the first. I've seen everything. Type fucking.
There's this fucking funny ass what's, oh shoot, I had the word, then I lost it.
Of course you
But
did.
there's a running joke in one of the later Crash Bandicoot games, one of the not good ones, but one of the cutscenes did have some funny writing. There's a running joke in that game where Embryo, like Cortex's lackey, is like, who hasn't been in a game in quite a while, just keeps getting thrown under the bus, and he's like, I was in the first game. There's like a whole montage of it on YouTube. It's like,
I was in the first game.
I have been here before.
I've played these games before.
I've played these games before.
I've never watched Squid Game.
Yeah.
I watched a few episodes.
That's what makes the funniest things. Like when you know a fucking reference to something you've never watched or played.
Yeah, that's the entirety of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to me.
Is that a JoJo reference?
It might be.
Anything's
Yeah.
a JoJo reference if you believe hard enough.
See,
I mean,
that's
like,
see, me not being an anime watcher, that's what I've never quite understood. It's like, what the fuck is a JoJo reference, and why is it everywhere? What is the meme? What is the meme here that I'm not getting?
JoJo is the
Very
simultaneously
gay.
the most masculine and gayest series there is.
Yeah, this is
So any
pretty strange.
so anything masculine and gay is a JoJo reference?
No, it's mostly the poses that are mostly known as a JoJo reference.
Yeah.
A lot of the poses.
Okay.
Does
that
it doesn't help the fact that a lot of JoJo stands are like named after I think
Music.
popular.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
popular music.
aren't there stuff in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that's named after like popular music or something?
Yeah,
Interesting.
like one of the more popular ones, like Killer Queen or some shit like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
From what I think I remember, it's like if you're watching the Japanese version, they're like the actual names, but like they had to be changed in English because
Oh yeah.
copyright and stuff.
Because of legal reasons.
I think I've only actually watched like 3 episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I haven't watched any.
I watched like a little bit, and I watched it in Japanese because that's the way funnier way to watch it.
Oh yeah, because of the English.
Yeah, because of the English, it's all over the place and it's so hilarious. But the last bit I remember was it like Dio? He was like going down like a burning building. He just goes, "Goodbye, JoJo."
Okay.
Yeah.
Reminds me-
English is just the way it's just like them trying to say English words very badly.
Yeah, the English is basically a Japanese person trying to say something in English.
Yeah, kind of like like for Spanish we say Spanglish. Me wanto taco.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you couldn't tell, this game is pretty fucking hard.
I've heard it's pretty difficult.
Yeah, Castlevania, like the whole franchise, is known for being a difficult franchise.
That's why the whole genre named after it. And
Not necessarily because of its difficulty. Yeah. Oh man, I just I loaded into the boss area and the Axe Knight disappeared.
Wow.
I'm not complaining.
Isn't
Yeah.
Castlevania the game where like if you can't control
you,
where
Death.
you're going
Fuck
in the air?
you.
And stuff?
Sorry, I have to be like, fuck you, Death. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna say there. Please keep the holy water for the entirety of the stage. The holy water does not spawn in this stage, so you have to bring it from the previous stage. And if you collect a sub weapon, it gets replaced. Can't get the holy water again.
Oh, that's right. You can only have one at a time.
Yeah, you can only have one sub weapon at a time.
And
All right, sorry.
Isn't Castlevania the kinds of games where like you can't control like your air movement? So once you jump, you have to just full on commit to it.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, Castlevania is difficult in its way that it, like restricts your movement, and just by like the platforming challenges that it makes you do, as well as the enemies that they have in set locations. Yeah. Because Simon here is no Mario. Once you jump in the air, you are stuck in the air like that. You cannot go backwards. Yeah, so it's just like a normal human jump IRL.
Yeah, it's almost like it's real life physics.
Right? Yeah, so this is like one of the games that you'll play. It's like you realize, wait a minute, double jumping doesn't make fucking sense. Because you jump and then you jump again, but what are you jumping off of? The air?
My balls.
That doesn't work.
You're jumping off your own willpower.
Yeah. You're jumping on the concept of air.
The concept of air. Not the air itself, but the concept of it. Yeah. But we'll see in Super Castlevania 4. There's a lot more like a freedom of movement that you have. Which is why it's the better game overall. But it should be said that like the decisions of like restricting movement, that's a deliberate choice, especially when you get to Castlevania 3, because you play as Trevor Belmont in that game, but you also have a couple other characters you can play as. One of them has fluid midair control.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I wonder which character that you'll be playing as when you get to Castlevania 3. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Here we show you this revolutionary technique called air strafing.
Yeah, right here. Cool. This is the final stage, by the way.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Yeah, this game's short. Yeah, we have made it to the like almost every Castlevania game ends with a staircase up to Dracula.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
You see, like under the recording that says Castlevania 1+4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we'll be.
I feel like I looked away from the screen for like a minute and we skipped 5 levels.
I haven't been looking at the screen.
So yeah, it's a weird how they divvy up the levels because in the top right corner it says stage 18, but it's like the levels are split up into 3 different sections and then they just number them off like that. So technically there are only 6 levels in this game. Yeah. And just like how I did it for Castlevania Rondo Blood, I'm styling on Dracula here as well. Yeah, because... Oh, yeah. Because those fireballs will try to attack you at your current location. So if you're up in the air, they'll home in on you up in the air. Yeah, so you like have to jump at the last possible second to get a good whip strike in. That's his only attack. I mean, like, his other attack is, like, trying to spawn on top of you, which can always suck.
I see why that's your constantly moving.
Yeah, you have always constantly be moving, because Dracula, in all of his incarnations, likes to spawn on top of you, so... Yeah, and the knockback that you suffer in this game fucking sucks. you jump back about, like, 3 fucking squares. Ow. Yeah, thankfully the holy water is honestly the best sub weapon in this game because it just stuns enemies.
No,
like
it's just the best
bosses.
game ever.
I love my favorite game, Holy Water.
Maybe that should just be.
You've been using the holy water item for pretty much the entire game.
It's pretty much the best sub weapon in this game. There's also the axe, the cross, and the knife, which is useless, and the stopwatch. I did use the stopwatch for the first 2 bosses. But yeah, there you go. Castlevania is crumbled. Yay. We'll definitely never see it ever again.
This is the only game they ever made.
Only game they ever made. Yeah. No. Yeah, but that is NES Castlevania. Yeah, it's a very short game when you cut out all the deaths. Yeah. But what'd you all think of it?
I wasn't paying attention.
I was playing Hollow Knight.
Okay, you two are negate from this. All right, Josh, what did you think?
I felt like it went by really fast. like I said, I feel like I barely even like saw anything about this game. But I mean, from the bits of knowledge that I've kind of seen and heard of the game before, like I mean it's interesting, I guess, and this all the difficulty with your limited controls and how it kind of restricts, your movement and how you attack and things like that. Although from what it kind of sounds like, the later ones, like the Super Castlevania 4, makes it, like it has a way more fun gameplay style, I guess.
Yeah, you'll see it in just a moment. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Josh will see it.
We'll all see it. What?
I'm going to die.
Well, no, I'm just not even looking at the screen. What the fuck do you expect?
All right, Devin, what did you think?
More castles, more Vania, please.
Maybe combine it with Metroid.
It'll take him a couple years to do that, but they'll.
Yeah.
But cool. Yeah, NES Castlevania. Honestly, a pretty decent starting point for like the classic formula for Castlevania. Yeah, because Castlevania 2, too hard. Castlevania 3, hard as well, but you don't need a guide for it, unlike Castlevania 2. But yeah, it's a decent game all around, and yeah, pretty short when you cut out all the deaths. It was more like stylized for arcades. Like if you played this game in like an arcade setting, like keep popping in quarters every time you game over, then yeah.
It's like more of an arcade game than a console game.
Yeah, I actually did play this on an arcade, and I could not get past the third stage. Yeah.
Do you? This might be a tough one to answer. Do you know how far into the life this came out for like the NES or whatever?
This is early NES.
Okay.
Yeah, so this came out in '86, I want to say. Which actually, if you saw all the sprite work in the backgrounds, this is really detailed for an early NES game.
They kind of went hard on the sprite detail for such an early game.
they quite did. I think it's all the better for it because like you could tell like the backgrounds with like stones and walls and all that fun textures. Yeah. But cool. So this is our single part of Castlevania 1. Stay tuned because we're now going to do Super Castlevania 4.